And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in on this episode. It is Football Fridays, and we're going to predict the FA Cup matches for this upcoming weekend, along with playing the GeoGuessr game of UK football stadiums. We're going to explore some grounds around the UK and look them up on Wikipedia, do some research on it. I'm an American that plays a lot of GeoGuessr games. For those of you new to this or watching this for the first time, and I love football. And I make some predictions, find out the best predictions in the world, so don't take my advice on this. This is just what I think, especially with some of the lower league sides, not as great in terms of predictions as I would perhaps with Premier League. Even that, I'm not all that great, but I love having fun with it and love to know your predictions on these 5 matches. So I'm going to predict 5 matches from the FA Cup this weekend. Let me know your predictions for the same matches in the comments down below. I'll also put it over on X, the results, or at least my predictions of what could potentially happen this weekend. So the first match I'm going to start off is going to be Leyton Orient hosting Manchester City at Brisbane Road. Interesting because Leyton Orient, not familiar with, but I do think they're going to get a goal, but I think Manchester City is going to get a bunch. They're going to win 4-1 as Manchester City visits Leyton Orient. The next match I'm going to be looking at is Leeds United versus Millwall. Leeds United hosting Millwall. I know they've played a couple times. I think Millwall's actually won. They're playing tomorrow. And again, the times that you look on this when I do these predictions, they're the East Coast United States time. So you might be probably looking from the UK and you're thinking 7:15. Well, that's when we watch, or at least I watch here on the East Coast. Those are the times, the matches. So for Leeds, Millwall, I'm just going to go, it's at Leeds. I'm going to go with Leeds in this one, 2-0. I know when I did my previous predictions, I'm used to saying nothing, which is kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. 2-0. What is that? That's what an American says. Well, today I'm saying Leeds United 2, Millwall 0. The next game I'm going to feature is going to be Coventry, or Coventry City, as I thought it was called, Coventry, but here it's Coventry versus Ipswich Town. We're going to take a quick look at this in the 4th round. This is the 4th round of the FA Cup. Coventry, I'm going to go with the upset, so to speak. I'm going to go with the 2-1 win, Coventry City over Ipswich at the Coventry Building Society Arena. The only previous FA Cup meeting between Coventry and Ipswich came in the 2nd round in 2019-2020 season, with the Sky Blues advancing via a replay in which they won 2-1 at Portman Road. So that's the scoreline I'm going with, and I'm going to stick with that one. The next one we're going to go down to Blackburn Rovers on Sunday. It's a 12:30 p.m. kickoff in the UK. Blackburn Rovers versus Wolves at Ewood Park. And Ewood Park is going to see Blackburn coming out. And another one, the reason why I put this one down, because there's another one where I think, let's say it's an upset, Blackburn over Wolves. 3-2. I think it's going to be a great match. But some insights here. This will be the first meeting between Blackburn and Wolves in the FA Cup since the 1960 final, in which Wolves won 3-0. That is the most recent final of the competition either side has reached. So you might learn something new from this American on this channel. The last one, well, I picked Doncaster versus Crystal Palace. So some of you that have been following the channel and following these games, Doncaster came up in one of the games recently. And somebody mentioned that they're a Doncaster Rovers supporter. So we're going to pick this one. Actually at Doncaster at the Eco Power Stadium, hosting the Premier League side, Crystal Palace. Unfortunately, in this one, I'd love to take Doncaster. But I do think Doncaster is going to bag a goal here, but they're going to lose 2-1 to Crystal Palace. This will be the first meeting between Doncaster and Crystal Palace in any competition since the 5th round of the FA Cup in the 2018-2019 season, with the Eagles winning 2-0. Okay, so we're going to now go into, this is done for the predictions for this weekend, and any ideas that you have for the channel on Football Fridays or maps, GeoGuessr maps, let me know in the comments down below. Or always feel free to send me an email at alloverthemap23@gmail.com. I welcome any suggestions, any thoughts. I love predicting matches. I love because what it does for me is I want to follow the match or I watch it. And fortunately for us in the United States in 2025, we can watch pretty much most of the matches from FA Cups, Championship League One, League Two, all the way down to some non-league sides. So, and of course the Premier League, Premier League, however you want to say it. I know you say it one way, I say it probably another. But anyway, yeah, so open to that. So, as we get into the GeoGuessr game of UK football stadiums, we're going to play this one as a no time limit moving challenge. And for those of you that want to play along, the link is in the description below, and off we go. We're going to find out what stadiums, what clubs. We're going to look up the club probably. We're not really looking at a football ground here. We're looking at a home and a bus stop or taxi stop, or not sure what that is. Townmoor Golf Club, buggy route only. As we turn around, do we get a football ground? We do. I think. Interesting looking location here for UK football stadiums. It almost looks like a race course here, which it is. So I'm not sure what football club we're looking at here. And people might know what this is. Not sure. Maybe this is Cheltenham. I don't know. Oof. All right, so let's go to one of these green signs to see where we are. I love this. You know, I pick games to Doncaster Town Moor Golf Club. So Town Moor Golf Club. Doncaster is where we are, I presume. The Royal Infirmary, Wheatley Park, the race course. Yeah, so maybe there's a football ground behind this, or just a golf club. UK football stadiums. So somebody's going to know about this, but Sheffield and Scunthorpe. We're in between. Doncaster is where we are for the first round, which is interesting because the last prediction I made was Doncaster Rovers and Crystal Palace. And there's the Doncaster race course. So I'm not sure what's going on with the algorithm because this game, there's the Eco Power Stadium. Okay, so the Eco Power Stadium, I'm guessing, is a newer stadium, as it looks like here. It's in the middle of old land or something, and I'm guessing Doncaster Racecourse. There's something behind this, and I'm not sure what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some research on Doncaster Rovers. So any from Doncaster, you're getting a double dip here on your town. There's a Hilton Garden Inn, Doncaster Racecourse. All right. So, well, I guess, are we looking, maybe this is not on Street View. I don't know. I'm not really sure on this one. But we're going to do Doncaster Rovers. There's Carl Warby. He's the PGA golf professional at the Doncaster Town Golf Club. And we're at the edge of Bellevue Way, which is right here. So we're going to guess that. That's where we are, Doncaster. So I'm going to look up Doncaster Rovers Football Club, competing in League Two. Founded in 1879, 146 years ago, Eco Power Stadium. Let's look this up. Okay. Okay, so the former name, the keep. Okay, it's just a former name. So, built in 2006. Hosting rugby league as well, variety of concerts. The British American Football League, the Brit Bowl. It's interesting to know that. Okay, so League Two, they are currently 5th in League Two out of 24th. Doncaster playing Crystal Palace in this in Doncaster this weekend. So, yeah, no one from the U.S. on this team. Of course, I'm an American, so I'm going to look for somebody from the United States. All right, so let's look at this. Let's see, Low Pasture, Bellevue. Okay, Bellevue. Maybe this is... Bellevue Way. Okay, so the football ground was at Bellevue Way. Let's see Bellevue. All right, so this is the main ground. This is what we were looking at, which is pretty cool. I don't want to download that photo, but in any case, this is the ground that we're looking at that doesn't exist anymore. So this is pretty cool. Some history on this game today. From 1922 to 2007, it was affectionately known as Old Bellevue by its fans, and at its peak had a total capacity of 40,000. Wow. So you can see the new homes and stuff. That's exactly where it is here on the map. Bellevue. Yeah, that's exactly where it is. So it is funny that the first one we get is Doncaster Rovers after mentioning it. We get to the second round, and we've got the Brewers. Okay, so the Brewers, I think this is Burton Albion. And the only reason why I know this is in America is because FIFA, or FC, whatever it's called now, FC 25, 24, whatever, played a lot of it with my kids. Maybe I should play that. In fact, you know what I should do is what I should probably do is play that and maybe have like a live stream or something. I got to get up on this Twitch stuff or figure out a way to do it. Live stream with my son. We play whatever clubs you want me to play or us to play each other and just watch some crappy football action on it. I don't know. I'm just thinking of some good fun content and having a good bit, a laugh, maybe a pint of beer together. So we enjoy the match together, right? So, all right. So this is, I believe it's Burton Albion. I just don't know where. I guess Burton is the town. Yeah, it's Burton Albion, the Pirelli Stadium, named after tires. All right. The family zone starts 90 minutes prior to kickoff at every home game. All right, the family zone, that's probably where we would be. Pretty cool stadium, this one, Burton Albion. All right, so now I need to know where is Burton. Look at this. Got some clinic here. Starting the kids off young playing football. We try to play some version of it in the U.S. Not the one that we try to say we play. All right, so Burton Albion, which is kind of outside of, I guess Burton, but I'm not entirely sure. All right. This day when the Google car is just going down the road, it looks pretty, it just looks warm. Summer. Ooh, there's Burton Albion. Is it the backside of the ground? Did you make a giant circle? The National Brewery Center. Wow. All right. Derby. Okay, so, all right, so I know where Derby is. Burton upon Trent, is I guessing this is where we are. And there it is, the Burton Albion Football Club. And yeah, the community football. Yeah, we just made a giant circle. The Pirelli. Hold on. This is the Pirelli roundabout. Anyway, let's go back to start. We are on the east or the west side, looking at the east side of this. All right, so we're at about here. So Pizza Orama. So Burton Albion. So we're gonna look this one up. Burton Albion Football Club. All right, the team competes in League One. They're currently 20th of 24th. They play at the Pirelli Stadium, founded 6th July 1950, 74 years ago. They're called the Brewers because it's a brewery. The National Brewery is in Burton. All right, so let's take a look. The Pirelli Stadium, yeah, the Tire Stadium, Staffordshire is where this is located. And I'm just going to take a look at one more thing. The current season. See if we've got transfers. We have the player roster here. Oh, I see. Nope. Just coming from an American MLS club. But no Americans in Burton Albion. All right, so let's see here. Appearances. Elliot Watt with a lot of appearances. Ryan Sweeney from Ireland. Here we go. Nick Akato. All right, playing out of South Miami, Florida as a right back, 6'3". Played played for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs, and played for Malden and Tiptree, which is, I think, and head back to play for the South Georgia Tormenta. So there we go. Burton Albion. Okay, there we are. Burton Albion for the second round. The Lansdowne Workshops. Okay. Okay, so Manchester. Whoa, wait a minute. So it says Manchester, but it says Charlton Athletic, the Sam Bartram entrance, built in 1936, originally known as the, maybe, laundry entrance. I'm not sure. Excuse me there. Coming off of, I guess I got a cold. But yeah, Charlton Athletic Football Club. The Valley, I think it's called, right? The Valley. And I remember this. So it sits in the valley, and look at that. There's a helicopter. The things we discover. This is why I like doing GeoGuessr, folks. This is why I like it, because I just like to look at crazy stuff. Like, I see this football ground, and it just sits in the valley, right? Got some nice homes. Got the tall buildings of London, the skyscrapers, which growing up, I never thought of London as having many skyscrapers, but I'm guessing this has happened in the past 20 years. And then we get a helicopter. So pretty cool. So we're at the Valley, once hosting Premier League matches, where I was really watching a lot of it in the early 2000s on what we call pay-per-view. But I know it's around in the South London. I'm just not, let's see, Southwest. All right. Oh, I think we're like over here. Not too far away from maybe Crystal Palace. I don't know. Charlton. And there it is, Charlton Athletic, the Valley. Is it the Valley? Yeah, the Valley. Okay. All right. The Lansdowne Workshops. And we're looking north to the Sam Bartram. All right, so we're right about there. Terrence Timms. All right, so we're going to look up Charlton. We're going to find out what year it was that I remember them being in the Premier League. They're currently in League One. The home ground is the Valleys, where they've played since 1919, which is pretty cool. The capacity, 27,111. The Attics, as they're known. Premier League. Okay, so 19. Alan Kirbishley, a name from the past. Alan Kirbishley. 1998 to 2007. Will we see Charlton Athletic in the Premier League anytime soon? What are your thoughts? I don't know. I'd like to see it. Cool location. Cool place to probably watch a match. And we currently have no... We got somebody from Fiji, Fijian player, but no one, looks like no one from the United States in this side. Somebody from Uganda, Jamaica. Always, if this is just me personally, I like football, but I also have an affinity, obviously, I'm an American, so U.S.-based players, but also Jamaicans, Karoy Anderson, because we're in the same confederation. So I see Jamaicans, folks from Bermuda, folks from Dominican, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Mexico. Anyway, we'll go back. We'll go off to the next round, round number 4. We're playing football in the water. Nope, we turn around. The North Stand. Welcome to ICTFC, the Scottish Cup Final, your next fixture. All right, Inverness. Inverness is where we are. The Inverness Courier, right on the water. Oh, you know what? I haven't been here, folks, in person, but I've been above this ground because I forget which Inverness, far north. So Inverness Caledonian Thistle Football Club, the Caledonian Stadium, the North Stand. Yeah, there was, I forget which, I'll have to look it up, which football game I played on GeoGuessr, but it was one like from above, looking down on this. So now we're on the ground, just north of the North Stand. So there we go, 5,000 points, and then we got Inverness Caledonian Thistle Football Club, and they compete in Scottish League One. That's a pretty cool logo, Thistle, and plays their home games at the Caledonian Stadium. They were founded 30 years ago in August 1994. 7,512 is the capacity of that ground. And let's see. Interesting colors there for their uniforms. A bunch of different colors. And Duncan Ferguson. Wait a minute. Yeah, that Duncan Ferguson is okay until the 23rd of October. And then Scott, somebody. So I don't know the other guy. But Duncan Ferguson, Everton footballer. So pretty interesting. Let's see. Danny Devine from Belfast on the squad. Got a previous club Manchester United, James Nolan. A lot of heavy Scottish roster. And no Americans on this one. Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Interesting name. Fifth and final round, we've got the Percy. Is that Robson? I don't know. Percy something stand. I don't know why. Anytime I think of Percy, that name, the only thing that comes to mind is that show, Thomas the Train or the Tank Engine, Thomas and Friends. Anyway, not sure what football ground this is, but we're kind of back there a little bit. Let's see what's on this. On these rubbish bins. All right, so we're out of the park. Now we're in a neighborhood, in the hood. Tennis courts. Wow, you can play tennis in this part of the UK. I feel like we're headed towards water, but it might be just flat land. Broadband is finally here. Okay, we got some palm trees. The Busy Bee Preschool. Okay, so Lancashire. Okay, so we're in the northwest. Lancashire. %50 off of everything at Domino's. Blackpool, 7 miles on the A587. Okay. Blackpool, home of the Tangerines, or they've got Tangerine kits. I wonder if it's like Fleetwood. Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Town Football Club. Seems like it, right? Jim's Bar, Highbury. Yeah, I think this is Fleetwood. Yeah, this has got to be it because there's a Domino's. Yeah, Fleetwood Town Football Club. So, FT. I think this is red. They might be red and black. I could be wrong, but I feel like. Anyway, let's go back to start because this is where we are. Fleetwood Town Football Club. I don't know why this. Looking south. I think we're here. Or. Hold on. Yeah, I think we're here. So let's go there. That's where our Fleetwood Town Football Club. So let's look this one up. Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, were they in? Yeah, they're in League Two. That's a small ground. So I might have played this one too on FC Highbury Stadium. Okay. So they compete in League Two, and founded 117 years ago as Fleetwood. They never took on the name Fleetwood Mac, but in any case, capacity 5,327. The chairman's Jamie Pilley. Pete Wild is the head coach, and they're sitting in, well, not sure where they're sitting today. To be honest with you, they're relegated back to League Two in 2024. Okay, so let's look at the current season. It doesn't really say here. HCU Huskies. Houston, never even heard of that. Houston Christian. Fleetwood Town played Wrexham. Okay, so here they are. They're in 15th on 36 points in League Two, ahead of Bromley. And let's see how they've done recently. They lost to Morecambe, and they got Cheltenham Town this weekend. So they lost to Reading in the FA Cup. And we've got, here's the roster. And I don't see anybody from the U.S. in Fleetwood Town, but Fleetwood Town Football Club. There we are in UK football stadiums. 25,000 points. And this is a good one because we went all the way from Charlton to Inverness on UK football stadiums. I really love this one. If you get any suggestions, let me know. Please hit the like button, share this with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps the channel. If you're this far in, all it does is takes 1 second to hit that like button. And with that said, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, cheers.